You are now entering Nyghtstorm Nation.
All I have to say is this.
Child abuse.
If you are one of those people
Divorce.
that have been put down all of your life,
Infidelity.
beat up and trapped in a pit of woe,
Depression.
it is time for you to stand up with the Nyghtstorm Nation, because we aren't going anywhere.
I'm NYGHTSTORM, the man not afraid to be transparent, as I help real people with real issues. And my co-host is my queen, my stunningly, hurtfully pretty, fine wife. Woo! Come on,
Alrighty then. Good morning, ATL and everyone else all over the world. This is Toby George Nyghtstorm, the woman not afraid to tell the truth about things as they really are. And this is Nyghtstorm Radio. Radio gone real because we are you.
Now, Nyghtstorm Nation, please feel free to call in at 404-355-8699 if you're in the ATL. And to all the Nyghtstorm Nation members around the country, call in at 1-866-923-2860. You can also find out more about us, the Nyghtstorms, at Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. And you can also listen to our show from the talk radio page of Nyghtstorm.com, and also on Love860.com, and right here on Love 860 AM, baby.
That is so right. Man, you are so knowledgeable.
Yeah, man.
You think you know a little something this Thursday morning,
It take a wise man to be able to be your king, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I'm speechless after that, and that rarely happens. Anyway, so also you smartphone owners out there, don't forget that you can download the app for either iHeartRadio, Tunein Radio, or iRadionow, and take us anywhere and everywhere you go, all over the world.
Yeah.
Even be good enough to stand next to your king or queen while listening to us.
No. You know.
Come on, stay with it.
Okay, we got a radio show to do. Okay. Now, some people also, because of the topics that we do talk about, baby, they don't always want to talk to us on the phone, but they do email us through at Nyghtstorm.com. So shoot your questions there as well. So, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. So what's going on today, baby?
Well, today we're going to be talking about reclaiming your dreams no matter what.
Okay, and also we always have two letters from a couple. It's called How Can I Change My Mate? And it's two letters from the wife and the husband talking about a particular issue that they got going on in their life. And
that's right, because we want to get both sides of the story.
Yes.
We can't just go with her. We can't just go with him. We got to hear from both sides.
So let's get
it
this going. All right, from the wife, it says, Dear Nyghtstorms, there is so much turmoil in this world today, and me and my husband are at an impasse. We live in Fergusson, and our business was burned down during the riots. I understand that there need to see justice, but we worked hard for our business, and we just don't know what to do. My husband says we should cut our losses and get regular jobs because being entrepreneurs is just too hard, and he doesn't have the energy to start over. But I firmly believe that something worth having is worth struggling and fighting for. Too many people give up on their dreams because of reality. Please help me convince him to not give up. This rift is affecting our marriage, and I do not want to spend the rest of my life with someone that can walk away from something we worked so hard to get.
Wow. Well, there is two sides to every story, as we said. So the husband says, my wife and I love this country. Let me say this again. My wife and I love this country and everything it stands for. But after our business was destroyed in the riots, I just don't have the energy to rebuild. It took everything we had to get it going, used up all our savings, and even took out several business loans to get it off the ground. We were barely making ends meet before all this race stuff. And now our hard work has been reduced to a pile of ash. Our marriage is taking a hit because she lives in the world of make-believe where every dream is realized. But I live in a cold, cruel world where there are just no happy endings. Please help me convince my wife that bad things happen and we should just walk away.
Now, you know something. We're going to attack this right here and deal with this and talk to it. But we ain't standing alone, man. And it's always good and refreshing when there are other folks, other experts who can come on our show and help us talk to the Nyghtstorm Nation on getting through some real hard stuff. So, in my famous British accent that you know and love, my queen, and the world loves, Jared, if you can cue that music so we can introduce our guest properly. Ha 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 ha! Yeah! Nyghtstorm Nation, our first distinguished guest is here. Take it away, my queen. Woo!
With the passion statement of to impart knowledge to you, to integrate your experience, and to ignite your passion. This businessman, keynote speaker, and consultant definitely knows what it takes to navigate through life's unfortunate circumstances and snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat.
This world traveler of financial know-how is known to his clients as the Maximizer. He has authored 2 ebooks and is presently writing the manuscript of a unique proactive leadership book available in 2015. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome to Nyghtstorm Radio, the president of Maximize Communications and Consulting Company, Mr. Greg Heeres.
Hey, YG and Toby, thank you so much for having me in the Nyghtstorm Nation. This is an impactful nation, so it changed the world. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for being here, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing well. I would rather be in Atlanta because the weather's a little warmer than we're up in the Midwest in Michigan. So I might come into your studio next time and do this.
Hey, not a problem. We have an open seat.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, Greg, let's get into this now. You heard the letter. And in your book, I found on your website, your ebook called "Creative Power: Releasing Your Innovative Potential." You talk about pivotal people in American history like Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Edison, and more recently Oprah Winfrey about their real world struggles and never giving up. Now, can you give some words of wisdom to our couple struggling to decide if they should continue to move forward in rebuilding, or just, as the husband say, cut their losses?
I think first off, and 3 of us, and I'm sure this couple are people of faith, and pray and prayer about it is key. But I do think sometimes life throws mud at people, and they feel that, I wonder if this is God telling me to shut the door.
Yeah.
And oftentimes life just does this. And some of these great stories out there, you and I are 3 people in the making of great stories. But to give up on a passion is almost counterintuitive to me, only if fiscally the husband is saying we've lost our shirts. But to give up on passion, something you love to do, I do think there is something about the entrepreneurial spirit of America that rises up in each of us. Mm-hmm. And to fall down and to give in and say, it's just too much work. On the other side, and you can make this very spiritual, on the other side of a struggle or a pain is often the blessing.
Mm-hmm. That is true. And, the first thing that came to my mind when I heard the letter from the husband was sometimes we can get tired of something. We had a passion for it, but once we get into it, it may not have been what we thought it was. And maybe this kind of happened and he wanted to get out of it anyway. And this provides a perfect excuse. It could be possible.
Example. Yeah, reason behind it. Yeah, that could be. I know the part that I love this word, and my grandma used to feed me this. It's grit, and she tried to feed me grits. I didn't care for it that much, but grit, I love that word for this couple. Mm-hmm. Is what happens on the other side of your business venture. There's a great story, and if we don't follow through, will we miss out that blessing from God or this job? And grit is one of those things that you hope to pull out of people, and it's tested. Adversity tests us. And I think there's a challenge with this couple that maybe they're weary. And I love this quote. I don't get credit for it, YG or Toby, but the world is run by weary people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think in that letter, although I didn't read it, I listened, I hear weariness.
Right. And I hear fear, too. That's what I was saying, too. YG, when we were reading, I hear fear of rebuilding it and it not being the same. And he's already saying we've gotten into so much debt about this. Now, Greg, there are a lot of people that face setbacks. A number of our listeners are athletes that have gotten injured and they can no longer play. Tell us about your walk through professional sports and how you transitioned into the business world.
Yeah, man.
That's a good one. So I went to college to play sports, and I played football and baseball, was drafted by the Reds in high school, and was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, your hometown, in 1985.
Yeah, man, we need you, brother. You need to come
No,
on back,
no,
man.
you do not.
You and I are going to try out for the team, man. I think we can make it, man, and we can actually try to
think
do
we can
something.
make it. I think I can sell hot dogs in the stands. I surely can make that team. But so you have hopes and dreams, and sometimes you find out competition, as you get better and better competition, you don't make the team. And so I finally got cut in the NFL by the Falcons. And you came back home, and you're somewhat dazed that, wow, I didn't make a team. I'm not one of the best players here. Wow. And then you find out God has other plans. Mm-hmm. And he opens doors. And if you're faithful and you don't sit there in your chair and pout or turn to bad habits, good things can happen. And I was able to use my sports and those experiences of winning and then also getting finally cut. You use those things to find out, you know what? It's a good gamble, but it also keeps you hungry.
Yeah.
And I got a funny story. I don't know how much time is permitted, but so I was playing competitive sports up till age 41, and I blew up my Achilles and needed surgery. And that hits you. You're like, wow, okay, I have an injury now. Physically, I cannot compete. Mm-hmm. And you have to put that in perspective. Similar to the Fergusson attack on this couple's business. Mm-hmm. This is not something they did. Mm-hmm. And so you take those personal attacks and like, okay, do I cower in or do I get back up and train? So I trained for 1 whole year on my Achilles to get back and play competitive sports again just to say that I could. Mm-hmm. So we need those goals and we need people alongside us to encourage us and inspire us. And that's what you do with the Nyghtstorm Nation is you encourage and inspire people to keep going even through dark times.
Now, you know something, one thing I do, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that analogy, and I want to get back to the grits statement. You know, and I'm surprised you didn't like grits. As a country boy, brother, you know, I like my grits. You know, my grandmama fed me some grits, and that's why I'm big right now. But what grits are, and if people, especially from the Midwest and especially out west and up north, if you don't know what grits are, it's like
corn.
It's cornmeal, okay? And what grits do is that they say grits stick to your guts because when you eat it, you're not hungry anymore, and it lasts for a while to keep you going and gives you the energy to persist throughout your day. And when it takes grits, like this couple is going through in Fergusson, because as you're right, sir, this was not of their doing, and they have put their heart, their minds, and everything, and their money into this into this business, and they lost it. But the wife is crying out saying, baby, this is what we have struggled for, and it is worth fighting for. And the husband is looking at everything fiscally and saying, baby, we ain't got the money, and I'm tired. Well, sometimes, and I want to say this, Nyghtstorm Nation, and Greg, you can attest to this, adversity develops who you really are, okay? And when you're going through these hard times, your business didn't burn down, you're going through a divorce, or something has been taken from you, adversity develops who you are and what you really want to do in this world. And I want to say this, and I want to speak directly to you guys, to this couple that wrote to us. I'm sorry it happened to you in Fergusson. And the world is not going to apologize. The world does what it does. But one thing you are required to do, as long as you are alive, you are required, if you want success, if you want something, you are required to get up and fight back and go hard. Now, that's where our faith has come in, sir, on the things that we've lost over the years and how we've been able to rebuild lives and businesses. Our faith was very pivotal. But I want you, sir, with your incredible expertise on empowering people worldwide, let's develop a strategy for these folks. So let's just say they go with the wife and they want to keep going. What are 3 key steps they can use right now to empower their lives and their business, sir?
And we don't know their business, you know, what is the niche or what is their specialty. But I think if they found a business mentor from their church or in that community to sit with and really kind of put this business on the table and say, we'd like to restart this. We'd like your wisdom. Wisdom with other people who don't have something to win, but they have a relationship equity with this couple. That'd be the first one. Find a business mentor to sit down and go through this so that it's not just emotional or it's not just fiscal.
Right.
You know, and I think that's a big deal. I think the other part, maybe for them as a couple, they probably need some time away. You know, again, we got to that word weary, and I think, Toby, you had said fear or fear-filled. Well, it's tough to make good decisions and then activate them when you're kind of against the wall. And maybe they need to just go away for a weekend. I don't mean spend a lot of money, but sort of maybe get some refreshment. That could be a retreat. That could be just a getaway. But that's another piece, because I have found, personal with my own walk as a leader or other leaders that I've walked with, when they're weary, they either don't see it correctly or they don't actually get off the seat and do it. So those would be two. I think the third one is maybe to find some sort of a micro business enterprise venture that could fund them so they're not putting their house up 2 or 3 times on a mortgage. That would be the third piece, but in that order. Find a mentor they could trust. And I think get away, get a retreat so you can pray about it, think about it, and dream again. Because people are afraid to dream.
Man, see, now that's what I'm talking about. Those are 3 solid things. So let me repeat what Mr. Heeres said. Find a business mentor. This is imperative. You always surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, that have also already gone through what you've gone through, and you can take advantage of their experience. 2, you need some time to get away. This is what Greg is saying. You need some time to just step away from this situation. The business burned down. The whole city is going through a societal uproar where it has a lot to do with politics and race, okay, which has nothing to do with your business, but your business suffered and you suffered. Take some time to regroup. And also, define a micro business that can fund you while you're going through your change. Okay, because you need money to make money, and sometimes you got to have these multiple streams of income to really be able to enhance what you already got. So those are the 3 big things. So what else you got to say to Mr. Greg Heeres, my queen? Come on.
I just want to know how people can contact
we got 2
you, Greg,
minutes.
because you're just so full of knowledge. So how can I get in touch with you?
How can they get in touch with me? 888-308-1600.
Okay. Well, that was simple enough. Website, anything?
Our website, www.maximizeleadership.com.
All right.
There you go.
You can also follow him on Twitter, as I do.
And I want to say this, because we met Greg in Chicago at the Ultimate Mastermind Summit Conference, and this gentleman is incredible, and he's about 6'5".
He looks like Ric Flair.
Look like Ric Flair. And when you say woo, he means woo. And I want to tell you, sir, I appreciate all of the wonderful things that you have done in your community around the world, the people that you have helped to show the way, because you have led and you walk what you talk. And we appreciate authentic leaders that are actually out here trying to help folks. So it is an honor for us to have your friendship, sir, and we really appreciate you coming on our program today.
Likewise, YG. Likewise, Toby. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, thank you. All right, YG.
Woo! Now, we about to go to a break. So, Nyghtstorm Nation and the couple up there in Fergusson, I hope you heard what Greg was saying. But on the other side of the break, we got some more powerful people coming in to help change your life. You are listening to Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational talk radio station. You ever been so depressed to where you want to hurt yourself because life has been unkind, unfair, and unforgivable? Folks done hurt you and thrown you away? Yeah, I know, because I was there too, until I read this book by YG Nyghtstorm called All Action No Talk. This dude has been there, man. He understands us. He was homeless, abused as a child, abandoned by his dad, and even his oldest son passed away. I'm encouraged, because if this dude can make it, so can I. and so can you. So check it out at Nyghtstorm.com, NYGHTSTORM, and know that you have the strength to change your life despite adversity, like him, like me, like you. Hey, you, guy or gal that's listening, are you enjoying the Night Storms? Good! If you want the 411 on me, YG Nightstorm,
And me, Toby George Nightstorm, a.k.a. Lady Nightstorm, visit Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. Check out our informative blogs, videos, and see what Nyghtstorm Nation is doing to benefit the community. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Thanks again for listening to the Night Storms on Nyghtstorm Radio every Thursday at 11 a.m. to noon on Love 860 a.m. Atlanta's inspirational station. We are you.
Hi everyone, it's me, Lady Nightstorm, and have I got news for you. Want to know how to keep up with us and what we're doing in the community? It's easy. Just like us on Facebook at Nyghtstorm Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Nyghtstorm Radio and become part of the Nyghtstorm Nation mailing list at Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM. Keep up with all our promotions, contests, and latest happenings. Nyghtstorm Radio. We are you.
You are now rocking with the Night Storms on Atlanta's inspirational station, Love 860 AM WAEC. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Nyghtstorm
Yeah.
Radio. Our topic today is reclaiming your dreams no matter what. And if you would like to call in and be a part of the conversation, you can reach us at 404-355-8699 in Atlanta and 1-866-923-2860 anywhere else in the world, because we know you're listening to us on the smartphone. I just know that's what's happening. Right?
Well, you know something. It's good when, we talk about these impactful things, my queen.
Yes.
And it's so good when we bring in other experts, because we had the amazing Greg Heeres in the first part of our show,
Yes, we
talking
did.
about the couple dealing with what they're dealing with on losing their business in Fergusson. But you know something, since we do have fans in the UK, so I'm going to go back to my famous British accent, and Jared loves it, and you love it, and we are going to introduce our second guest properly. Roll that music. Ha ha! Yeah! Nyghtstorm Nation! Our second guest is in the building. Come on, my queen.
All right, this award-winning beauty and fashion social media marketing expert with 15 years experience delivering compelling events, exciting experiences, featured stories for print and online media outlets to empower women and inspire young girls to go to college, and is a vixen of beauty and fashion industry.
She is a multi-skilled self-starter who is a black belt in igniting important special events with sources including community leaders, politicians, Fortune 500 executives, and A-list celebrities. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome to Nyghtstorm Radio, the owner of My Beauty Network, the incredible Renee Knorr. Yeah!
Oh my goodness! Welcome. Oh, and wave at the camera.
Yes.
We do have Nyghtstorm TV. That's right. You go to love860.com. You can see us on Watch Live. You can see this beautiful model, entrepreneur, specialty right here sitting next to me in the studio.
Well, you guys, that was like, what a welcome. All right, black belt, bring it on.
Okay. All right. Now let's get into this. Okay. Because you are an expert in so many things. But in the first segment, we was talking about a couple who were entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And unfortunately, their business burned down in the Fergusson riots. Okay. We understand what's going on up there and around the country. We understand what that is. But as to their aspect, the wife was saying, we've lost everything, but I want to continue to move forward. The husband is saying we need to cut our losses. Now, you are no stranger to adversity, Renee. Okay, and being in the fashion, entertainment industry, you get a whole lot of rejections.
You already know.
A whole lot of folks say, thanks, but no thanks. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you got a dream, but it ain't finna happen here.
Right.
So, Can you give them just some nuggets on how you were able to overcome your adversity with rejection and also be able to find a foothold in doing what you had to do, and a little wisdom nuggets that they can take home with them?
Most definitely, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. What's so important, a lot of people get all messed up with what they see. A lot of people get all in tune with the perception. They don't understand the real hard knot lives that you really have to go through and laying down that foundation. And sometimes that foundation can be wiped away.
Right.
But what you have to do, you have to get up. Stand back, bring those shoulders back. I say roll them back no matter what, and go straight through those adversities. Because if not, you're not challenging yourself to go through it all.
That's right.
I always say God's going to take you there, so he's definitely going to make sure you go through it. Some of the adversities I've had to go through, it's not easy, especially going through that hiccup in 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
I think it impacted the entire world. And still some of us are trying to recoup as it stands right now. Of course, when you're dealing with different job positioning. I used to be in banking industry for like 14 years. Okay?
Wow.
Yes. Vice president. And I decided, you know what? This is not my passion. My passion is definitely fulfilling, as you mentioned before, empowerment with women as well as young ladies. So you know what? I made major sacrifices. I've lost it all.
Yeah.
And with losing it all, that made me really appreciate more where I am right now. I have more of understanding what God has placed in front of me. You know what? It's time to flourish and blossom and building those strong relationships. And that's something that they have to do. When you're going through it, you're going to find who your real friends are and you're going to find out who your frenemies are. And with those frenemies, you know what I say? Kick them to the curb, okay?
Yes.
To the left with Beyonce, all right? Keep it moving. But what you have to do, definitely stay focused. You're going to have adversities. Just in life alone, we deal with adversities. I mean, when we're driving, especially in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
And that traffic, that's a big adversity for most people.
Oh, yeah.
But what you have to do, learn how to find peace. One thing I do, I work on meditating every day. One of my inspirational leaders is Joel Osteen. I'm very passionate about Joel Osteen, as well as another mentor you probably may know, Mr. Tommy Dortch Jr.
Yes.
He's another inspirational person.
Right.
I read a lot of information right prior to jump-starting my day. So therefore, my mind is ready to take on any challenges and any obstacles each day. And think about a positive outcome no matter what.
No matter what.
You have to be more of a solution. I mean, you have to come to a solution because the problem's going to be there. But it's how you think about creating that solution is going to help you overcome any and everything.
Amen to that.
Yes.
Go ahead, my
Now,
queen. Boy, she
speaking
broke
of-
that down eloquently, didn't she?
of helping get through adversity, we have another great person that's on the phone
Okay.
here for our radio show.
Yes.
And we want to go ahead and introduce him. This is Mr. Doug Reid. Now, Doug is the CEO and founder of Venture Sports Shows, or VSS, an Atlanta-based company with 20 years of experience being a fundraising giant, helping passionate people and charities secure resources to help change the world. Tell us about, he tells us about the amazing work with Toys for Tots.
Definitely.
Now, how are you and his organization able to help kids and reclaim their dreams for Christmas?
You there, Doug?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Doug, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you guys today?
We doing good, man.
Fantastic. Good to be on with you guys, and I appreciate you letting us talk about our Toys for Tots today.
Oh, definitely. So I was asking Renee, how did you come together with making this happen? Because everybody knows about Toys for Tots. We actually have a box right here in our station. So
Awesome.
we're all, I just left Publix. It's a big box, almost full there. So you guys are able to get across like the city, the country, everywhere in order to make sure that children don't have an empty Christmas tree.
Yeah.
We really do. Renee and I have known each other for a while now, and we met at one of her fabulous events. And so we became good friends. We got to talking about our passion to help charities. And, of course, my big passion is the Toys for Tots. just to kind of give you a quick background here, my father died when I was 5 years old, and my mother passed away with cancer at 14. And so things were a little tough for all five of us kids at sometimes, at Christmas time and other times of the year. And there were a lot of people who kind of gave me a helping hand. Sometimes it was a direction, sometimes a kick in the seat of the pants when I needed it, whatever. And so I made a promise to God that at some point in my life, if I was ever successful, I was going to do something to help take care of other kids. And so when Renee and I became friends and we got to talking about this passion that we both have for charity, and I told her, I said, I really got to have you helping me with Toys for Tots in the future. It's just got to happen. And so we're very thankful that she is working with us on this great project. We got a lot of celebrities coming out to help us this weekend. And it's just going to be a lot of fun for everyone.
Well, something, Doug, and we do our fair amount of research on folks that we invite on this show. And I want to tell you, we saw the growth of VSS. You're talking about 20 years of experience. First, you were selling like novelties, I think, and now you're actually helping to impact people's lives. And that is something that's incredibly, incredibly powerful. And even folks, when they become successful, sometimes they get lost. Okay? But you have maintained a vision to reach back and help others going through. And I think we got one more guest that's on the line. And I want to say something because this young lady is very, very intriguing. And I want to say now, after giving a very killer performance on the hit NBC show called The Voice, and everybody know what The Voice is.
That's right. I am a fan of The
Queen looks at it.
And I saw this performance.
Yeah,
I knew who we were talking about. Soon as Renee was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, let me finish introducing her, my queen.
Sorry.
Okay, now she was able to do a phenomenal feat of turning all four judges' chairs around. Okay, and that don't happen too often, but it takes an incredibly passionate person to do that. But she has also reclaimed her dream on a large platform, and she is an inspiration to help other folks reclaim their dreams on any platform. So, can we bring into the show the incredible Beth Spangler? Come on now. Are you there, Beth?
Hi.
Hey, young lady.
Beth.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. Thank you for being such a great talent. Like I said, I'm a fan of the show, and you tore that Beyonce song up, girl.
I think Beyonce was looking at that and said, something, that is a very, very nice way of singing my song. Maybe I might need to implement a little something of that.
Oh, I hope so.
I know. And I was like, oh my God, when Adam decided, I'm going to let you go, but then you were saved by Gwen, and I was like, yes. And then I was like, she had to go again. I was like, frustration.
Adam is cool, but he don't always make the right choice.
That's right. And you know what? I went on the show with one goal in mind, and that was to live out my purpose on that show by God's standard and to do what he brought me there to do. And so from the very beginning, I just prayed about if he would want me to continue on to the end or just to keep me there as long as he wanted me there. Mm-hmm. When I left, I had my head held high because I knew that I had done exactly what God had brought me there to do, and that was just the beginning of incredible things to come and let me stick with it.
Okay, now let me ask you this, and I'm going to direct this also to Doug as well, and also as well as Renee, because you three are fascinating people, and especially coming together with Toys for Tots. And as someone who was homeless 23 years ago, and I didn't have anything, a lot of folks are going through atrocious situations, and sometimes Toys for Tots is really the only thing that they have to look forward to, not just throughout the year, but especially this time of year during the Christmas season. So, Beth, I want to ask you this first. How special is it for you to be able to, claim your dream, to be an inspiration on a nationwide level, a worldwide level, but also just breaking it down to a child level for a child to look at you and say, God is real because he answered her dreams and prayers, and maybe he could do the same for me because I'm also getting help through these Toys for Tots. So how does that make you feel on being such an inspiration to so young people?
Oh my gosh, it's incredibly special. It's an incredibly special yet difficult in some cases place to be, because we all battle with our own issues, on a personal level. And when you gain, a platform to where you have an opportunity to inspire, you never want to mess that up. Mm-hmm. And so my goal has just been to let God lead me. One of the things that got me to The Voice and through The Voice and pursuing my music career was just to not doubt God just because I doubted myself.
Right.
And to allow Him to prove that the impossible is possible because of Him. And I think my entire journey has been one of Him just creating perseverance and endurance within me and giving me a testimony that I can stand before other people and in front of children and saying, listen, this wasn't an easy road for me. It still isn't. But I'm holding God's hand through the whole thing, and He's leading me there. So even when it seems like your circumstances are absolutely impossible, they're not. And they never will be. And that's my goal, is to deliver that message. And so to have this opportunity to be a part of Toys for Tots is just incredibly special to me, and I'm very, very grateful.
Oh, wow, Beth, that was wonderful, because I know as a fan looking at the show, we're just going on the, man, she can sing. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
I wanted to just shake Adam down.
Know, right? And then Gwen made a decision also, and I was like, man, forget it, whatever. So,
yeah, whatever.
But also, coming back over to Renee, now you also did a fundraiser here to kick off the Toys for Tots, and it was Legends Meet Legends. Could you let us know a little bit about this and how you got this going?
Yeah. One of the things, too, also to kind of like respond to, it's important when you understand what your calling is.
Right.
And when you reach and understand that your calling is to be able to help and inspire, and also sometimes people are just looking for that restoration, and they sometimes really don't know how to go about getting it. And sometimes just through our words, through our actions of showing how we want to pull that next person up, that's all that can make all the difference in the world and others. Regarding the Legends Meet Legends, that was our kickoff for the Toys for Tots event. And when I reached out to some of these mighty legends in the industry, from your Dikembe Mutombo, from Tommy Dorch Jr., alongside with Rodney Mims Cook Jr., alongside with Sacha Koto, they came calling. Not only that they came coming, they came to provide their inspiration, their knowledge, and it was just one of those things when you reach out to those right souls and we're providing an opportunity for them to be able to inspire others, it definitely did that. And tenfold it did. So we had a wonderful kickoff fundraiser for Legends for Toys for Tots, which was definitely, one of the ways to salute, the people in the industry has made so many contributions in building the community and enriching it every day.
Well, and you know something, and I know we only got maybe a minute and a half, but Doug, I want you to slide on in here too, because Beth and Renee have hit on something incredible, of just this incredible outreach of giving back, and even with celebrities. But you also, sir, you are a pioneer, brother, and you've been handling your business for a long time. So how is what has happened to you in your life influenced you to be able to give back to these wonderful organizations, sir? If you can do that in 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, we're just real thankful, that God has blessed us. So, as you mentioned earlier, we started out in the collectible industry and did a lot of things there. And we made a lot of contacts, and we didn't realize at the time, but this was God's way of opening some doors so we could do what we're doing now. And, we've got over 75 celebrities coming in this weekend to help us out with this, and all of them are donating their time to help us. And it's just incredible to see that so many people, God has blessed so much, but yet they're still willing to go out here and help the kids and people who need help out in the community. And that is just such a blessing, and something that I'll be eternally grateful to everyone who's ever helped us with this. We started out the first year, we were hoping to raise maybe a couple $1,000s worth of toys. We raised $20,000 worth of toys.
There we go.
And this year, we're hoping, for the last 7 years, we've been the number 2 private contributor in the state of Georgia. And we're hoping this year that we're going to even top that. We're hoping to top over 35,000 toys during this 3-day weekend.
Wow. And you know, we will be there.
Yep.
Yes.
We're going to be a
Awesome.
part of it. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to continue to talk about that on the other side of this commercial. Nyghtstorm Nation, I hope you are enjoying today's show and being inspired as we reach out to try to make sure that everyone has what they need. But come right back after the break. WAEC Love 860 AM, Nyghtstorm Nation. We're right here. Let's keep it going.
Toby George Nightstorm, aka Lady Nightstorm, and I'm known as the woman not afraid to tell the truth about how things really are. And the truth I have to say to you is you should listen to Nyghtstorm Radio every Thursday from 11 to noon. And you should also like us on Facebook at Nyghtstorm Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Nyghtstorm Radio. And join the Nyghtstorm Nation mailing list on Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational talk radio station. We are you.
To all event planners, are you worried that your next corporate get-together is going to be boring?
Then invite the Nyghtstorms to speak at your next event and electrify your organization as we break down how to grow your business, fix broken relationships, and conquer life challenges.
So make your next event epic. Invite me and the Queen to rock the house with inspirational techniques designed to empower individuals and maximize their true potential.
And thanks for listening to Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational station.
We are you. Hey, you, guy or gal that's listening, are you enjoying the Nyghtstorms? Good. If you want the 411 on me, YG Nyghtstorm,
And me, Toby George Nightstorm, aka Lady Nightstorm, visit Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. Check out our informative blogs, videos, and see what Nyghtstorm Nation is doing to benefit the community. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
thanks again for listening to the Nyghtstorms on Nyghtstorm Radio every Thursday at 11 a.m. to noon on Love 860 a.m. Atlanta's inspirational station. We are you.
Hello, Nyghtstorm Nation. This is Toby George Nightstorm, aka Lady Nightstorm, and I have a question for you. How much are you spending each day on lunch? $6, $7, $10 even? Do you know that for less than what you spend each week on lunch, you can advertise your business or service right here during the show on Nyghtstorm Radio? Why don't you inbox us on Facebook, send us a message on Twitter, or drop us a line at Nyghtstorm.com. Let us show you how you can get your business or service out in front of the people. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Nyghtstorm Radio, and I am the only dude chilling in the studio.
I know, Doug had to
with
go.
my queen and Renee and Beth. I'm just surrounded with beautiful women. Take their haters. YG Nyghtstorm then did something with his life. All right. Now you know we got Beth on the phone and Jared, our excellent producer. Can you roll a little bit of how she handled her business on The Voice? Come on, brother.
Thought you did everything right. When I think of the time that I almost loved you, you showed yourself. Maybe I saw the real you. Thank God you blew it. Thank God I touched your bullet. I'm so over you. Maybe good looking now.
Here we go.
I wanted you back. I'm so through.
She killed it. Yeah.
She killed it, man. Here we go. The best thing I never had. Man, it sucks to be y'all, man.
I know, and I love that ad lib when she said, "You showed yourself right now." Okay, I was like, "Okay, Beth, we gonna clean it up for her."
Okay, now, ladies, I got something here. Now, this is a pop-up question that just popped over on Nyghtstorm.com, and and I have to read this, and it says, Dear Nyghtstorms, I first want to say thank you for having these powerful people on your show today. And Toys for Tots helped my children have a wonderful Christmas 7 years ago. My husband had died, and it hit us hard. Christmas was tough because the kids missed their father, and I did not have money to put gifts under the tree. A worker from Toys for Tots blessed us with gifts from your organization, and you guys helped us reclaim some happiness during a very painful time. God bless you all for the work you are doing and helping people like me give our kids something to smile for on Christmas Day. And my daughter absolutely loves Beth Spangler. She says that you rock. Man.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. Well, Renee, what does Toys for Tots have going on this weekend?
Yeah.
I mean, where can we stop and start? I mean, just so much. We have amazing people that's going to be coming out. In addition to having Miss Fabulous Beth Spangler there, we also have American Idol Candace Glover.
Okay.
She just finished singing with Beyonce, so she's going to be in the house. Plus, we have American Idol Ashton Jones.
Yeah.
She's going to turn it up also. We have fashion pieces that's going to be coming in from the Wilburn Sisters. And in addition to that, we have some of our youth performers that's going to be performing. And we have a gospel. I mean, we have over 20 different musicians that's going to be performing for Toys for Tots.
Wow.
And this is a free event for everyone to come out.
Now, did you hear her?
Yes.
Nightstorm Nation, tell a friend, tell your mama.
Yes.
It's free. Let's go support the children. Bring your unwrapped toy.
Bring
right?
your unwrapped toy in the value of $10 or more. In addition to that, we want the kids to come too. We even have a kids zone. We have a youth zone. So parents, invite the kids. We have Giving a Hand nonprofit. They're going to be gearing up that component for us. And we want it to be a real festive event. You know, we have Christmas trees. It's just going to be amazing.
What's the location?
The Atlanta Metropolitan State College, right off of Metropolitan Parkway. And Michael Montgomery has done a phenomenal job in leading up everything over there for us.
Okay, now I got to do this. I got to do this. Now, Beth, you still on the phone, sweetheart?
I am.
Okay, now, with your best British accent, me, can you please tell the folks to show up to this wonderful event that you are going to break it down at, and you also have a brand new song that you are going to be singing too. Am I right, ma'am?
You are absolutely correct.
Oh, no. This is contagious.
I would like to invite.
All right, now the queen hates my British accent, Beth, but you like it. So, what are you going to be introducing the world to with some new stuff from you, ma'am?
So tomorrow at Toys for Tots, I'm going to be doing Like a Bird, which is the single that I released first, available on iTunes right now, and it's just about breaking free from whatever circumstances that are, kind of binding you or holding you down, whether it be addiction or illness or financial struggles. And I'm also going to be performing my for one of the very first times, my single that will be released at the beginning of the year on my new EP, and it's called Amazing. And it's incredibly appropriate for this particular event, I feel like, because it's talking about doing whatever it is that you want in life with excellence, and what would you give to make whatever that dream is or whatever that goal is absolutely amazing. And I think for each of us that have been on the phone today, part of how we've gotten to where we are now is we've allowed God to mold us and to refine us and oftentimes save us from our circumstances, and we've followed Him to where He wants us to be. And while it's not easy, we've all strived for excellence and to make our careers and our witnesses and our opportunities to help others absolutely amazing. And so I hope that people are touched and inspired by the song.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That is absolutely great. See, that's what I'm saying. What was Adam and Gwen thinking? But whatever. We got you now, so we're not even going to worry about that anymore.
I ain't stupid enough to kick her away. See, I embrace all of it.
And like we said, Nightstorm Nation, if you want to also come out and see all the nonprofits, see the entertainment, bring your kids, have a great time. You will also have an opportunity to meet myself, NYG, because as you've heard, if you've been listening to us over all these months, because we're heading up on our 1-year anniversary next month. Oh my God, I can't believe we've been here so long. Thank you. But we've also, about the loss of our oldest son, Victor Sims, and our Victor Sims Foundation we have for him. We will be there with Toys for Tots, with the other nonprofits representing our foundation. If you want more information about it, go to Nyghtstorm.com and simply click on the tab that says Victor Sims Foundation. It'll tell you all about us before you get there. And we'll be there with everybody else, letting you take part in what we have and giving you what we have so we can go back and forth in this synergy.
Yeah, and I think it's perfect because our son Victor, let me tell you real quickly about him. He was so passionate about life, and he wanted to be a firefighter. Mm-hmm. And he was willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for people that didn't even know his name. Mm-hmm. And the type of folks that's going to be out here for Toys for Tots are folks that are actually making it their life's mission to help people. It doesn't matter if they know your name or not. It doesn't matter what side of the tracks you're from. If you're red, black, white, Jew, Gentile, it doesn't matter. These people are here to help change lives. So it would be imperative and a beautiful thing for you guys to come out with us and share in these experiences. Because, our boy Victor was very proud to wanting to be a firefighter. Mm-hmm. And there are people who are very proud of standing for what they're doing and allowing God to lead their lives right now, helping folks. So we really appreciate that. But you know something, I got to say this. And we have come to a section of the show called the Love Shout Out. So, Jared, if you can roll that music, please, and turn it up just a wee bit, Okay. And during this portion, normally the Nyghtstorm Nation gets to make shout outs to each other. Husbands say how much they love their queens, and queens say how much they love their kings. Exactly. But this is a special shout out from the Nyghtstorm Nation that we have been getting. We're hearing, Beth, we love you. Keep changing the world with that beautiful angelic voice. Okay, that's from.
I love you all very much. Thank you so much. I will.
And also we have for Renee, keep changing the world and keep strutting your stuff.
All right, thank you.
And also, for Doug.
Yeah, Doug had to go, but it's coming up on our Twitter feed.
That keep being a warrior for the right thing and changing the world. Thank you.
All right, Renee.
Yes.
And Beth, ladies, I'll let y'all go, and whoever wants to go first. Any love shout outs you want to give today?
Most definitely. I want to give out a love shout out to my beautiful daughter, 15 years of age, which you guys will have an opportunity to meet her. She's doing an amazing job. And also my family. Right now, we always say Thanksgiving is that time, but also Christmas even more that time. Our father, everybody back in New Orleans, so I'm shouting out to my loving family. That's what I'm doing. Mm-hmm.
And Miss Beth, any love shout outs you would like to give?
Absolutely. I would like to give a love shout out for sure to my very supportive husband and to my family as well. And then also I'd like to give a big, big love shout out to all of my new fans. Mm-hmm. They've been absolutely incredible and inspire me every single day, keep me doing what I'm doing. I'm really thankful for them.
Oh, wow. Yes. And we would like to give a love shout out to Doug. We know you out there handling that business and you couldn't hang out with the ladies too long, but we really appreciate what you have done with Toys for Tots and being there for the children and the families that are having a tough time but still want to be able to give during this time of year especially, even though it goes on all year long. Most right, Renee?
Yes.
This is something that happens all year that a lot of people are not aware of that.
That is correct. Toys for Tots, they're about 47 years in business, and everyone always thinks it's just around the Christmas time. They're an annual nonprofit organization that's giving every chance they get every day.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful. And YG, I want to give my love shout out to you, my king. Oh my king. Praise it thee. Never. So I love you, everything that you do, and you're right here holding it down, making sure everything is the way it needs to be, and just making sure this family is strong and that Nyghtstorm Nation know that they have support.
Well, you know something, my queen, is very simple and easy to move the world when you are empowered by a goddess.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I'm going to move from a queen to a goddess. So beautiful. I know.
Man, now that's what I'm talking
Now,
about.
see, now you know why he's been here almost 15 years. That's right. Talk that talk.
Yeah, but I want to tell you also, you have been an inspiration in my life. You've given me reasons to believe that God loves me because he blessed me with you and our 7 children. And I would be nothing without you. Thanks for being my earth that I stand with. Thank you, baby.
Thank you. And like I always say, I could not be a king to support me and stand beside me and lift
Girl,
me
you better
up.
run that game.
All right. So much love right now.
right?
So much love.
All right.
Yes.
Our pledge.
All right, so we always end the show with the Nyghtstorm Nation pledge. And it goes, stepping out of darkness and into the light, we are here together in the combined power of individuals who dare to be above the status quo to initiate change.
Regardless of our inadequacies or the mistakes that lie in our past, we make the difference of success over failure within our families, our business, and our communities.
We come together as one body, one soul, and one mind, spreading the fruitfulness of truth and empathy to those that need it most.
May we all be blessed in our journey as we scale across the globe, bringing the healing power of love until we see each other again.
I love me, I love you, and we will change the world.
We are Nyghtstorm Nation,
And we are you. God
Thank you,
bless you.
Renee. Thank you, Doug.
guys.
Thank you, Beth.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are an inspiration, girl. Keep on singing your song. And Nyghtstorm Nation, thank you so much for being here and joining us. Next week is Christmas. We won't be here. The next week is New Year's. We won't be here. But we will see you live and in person on January the 8th. In the meantime, listen to past shows as they air and also on nightstorm.com.
They better be getting Renee's album, I tell you.
Yeah,
Not Renee, but
Renee's
Beth's album. They better be getting Beth's album.
Yes.
And check that out. Because
And Renee, how can people get in touch with you?
Contact us on the website as well as on Facebook, My Beauty Network at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yes, and My Beauty Network on Facebook.
Get Beth
Yes.
Spangler album.
Yes.
Check out Beth this weekend.
It's free.
Tomorrow.
It's free.
Free. Come help folk change the world, man. Come on.
All right.
Right.
See you next.
That's right.
See you January the 8th.
Yes.